Good morning, everybody. How are you this morning? I don't know why my chat's not coming up. Okay, looks like everything's okay, but my chat, oh, there we are. Hi, QP. Hi, Patrick. Hi, everyone. What is going on, you guys? You have anything special you want to talk about this morning? I've got a couple things we can talk about if nobody has anything. "6 a.m. where you are, 5 a.m. here. Let's see, 7 Eastern, 9 p.m. Australia, Sydney anyway. And I believe noon in Manchester. Hi, Claire. And it's a small print. You're drawing a blank. Well, I have something. Let's see if I can find it over here. Well, no, I want to put it up here because I want to put it up on the screen. But I kind of wanted to wait till a little bit more people came in before I started on it. But have any of you guys heard of the Hopi prophecy? I think it might be related to the times we're experiencing. I sure wish I could see. I left my glasses somewhere. Let's see here. Trying to find it online so I could put it up. Blue Star Kachina, I think. Let's see, is that maybe what I need to put in there? Man, if I could just see, it'd be a little easier. This is aggravating me. Let me go to the next page, see if it's, because last night I found it easily, but of course when you want to find it, you can't do it. Well, hi, Scott. The Hopi prophecy. JW says yes. Yeah, I'm going to read it because it has a lot to do with the Mandela effect, I think. But I'm trying to find it online so I could put it up for you guys to see it. And of course, last night I found it easily and I can't find it now, or at least the page that I want. Darn it, this is irritating me. Well, it keeps trying to find it. But anyway, oh man, this is making me mad now. I should have bookmarked this spot. Hi, Evie. Good morning. But, oh, darn it. How come I can't find this? Let me try to find it on this other computer so I can see a little better. Let's see. Meanwhile, while I'm doing that, So somebody said they had heard of it. You've heard of it, JW? Do you think it has anything to do with it? With the Mandela effect? Darn it, if I could just find... Okay, here it is. See, now why did... Okay. Okay, I found it on this other computer, so I think I can find it on this computer now. And then I can put it up so you guys can look at where I'm reading it from. Dr. Robert Ghostwolf. Okay, now maybe it'll come up. It's a conspiracy. For crying out loud. I'm going to have to send a link to my email on this. This is crazy. I can find it easily on one computer and not on the other. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just going to start reading, you guys, because I can't get it on this one computer, which irritates me to no end, but I don't want you guys to keep waiting, so I'm just going to start reading. Hi, Jetrix. Okay. It says, the story of the Blue Kachina is a very old story. I've been aware of the story of the Blue Kachina since I was very young. I was told this story by grandfathers who are now between 80 and 108 years of age. And this story came from Grandfather Dan, the oldest Hopi. Now this, let's see, who's talking here? It's just an excerpt from this book called Last Cry, Native American Prophecies and Tales of the End Times. Okay. It was told to me that the Blue Kachina would start to be seen at the dances and would make its appearance known to the children in the plaza during the night dance. This event would tell us that the end times are very near. Then the blue star Kachina would physically appear in our heavens, which would mean that we were in the end times. In the final days, we will look upon the heavens and we will witness the return of the two brothers who helped create this world in the birthing time. Pogyunghoya is the guardian of our North Pole, and his brother Polongahoya is the guardian of the South Pole. In the final days, the blue star Kachina will come with his nephews and they will return the Earth to its natural rotation, which is counterclockwise. Okay. Anyway, it's going to talk about like stuff related. Well, let me just try to find, I don't know if I want to keep going with this because I want to read where it talks about why I think it has to do possibly with the Mandela effect. Let's see. Okay, I'm skipping a bunch, but here I'm going to talk about, okay, it says, many will appear to have lost their souls in these final days. So intense will the nature of the changes be that those who are weak in spiritual awareness will go insane, for we are nothing without spirit. They will disappear, for they are just hollow vessels for anything to use. Life will be so bad in the cities that many will choose to leave this plane, some in whole groups. Only those who return to the values of the old ways will be able to find peace of mind. For the earth we shall find relief from the madness that will be all around us. It will be a very hard time for women with children, for they will be shunned, and many of the children in these times will be unnatural, some being from the stars, some from past worlds, some will even be created by man in an unnatural manner, and will be soulless. Many of people in this time will be empty in spirit, will have senpaku, no life force in their eyes. Okay, and then it goes on to say, as we get close to the time of arrival, the purifier, there will be those who walk as ghosts through the cities. Through canyons they will have constructed in their man-made mountains. Those that walk through these places will be very heavy in their walk. It will appear almost painful as they take each step, for they will be disconnected from their spirit and the earth. Okay, after the arrival of the twins, they will begin to vanish before your eyes like so much smoke. Others will have great deformities, both in the mind and upon their bodies. There will be those who would walk in the body that are not from this reality. For many of the gateways that once protected us will be opened. There will be much confusion between sexes and children and their elders. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to skip through a little bit. Okay, I'm skipping a bunch now. Many things will begin to occur that will not make sense. For reality will be shifting back in and out of the dream state. There will be many doorways to the lower world that will open at that time. Things long forgotten will come back to remind us of our past creations. All living things will want to be present for this day when time ends, and we will enter the forever cycle of the fifth world. Okay, I'm skipping some more. Okay, this is an interesting part. There will be many strange beasts upon the earth in those days, some from the past and some that we have never seen. The nature of mankind will appear strange in these times. We walk between worlds, and we will house many spirits even within our bodies. After a time, we will again walk with our brothers from the stars and rebuild the earth, but not until the purifier has left his mark upon the universe. Anyway, I just thought some of that had to do with, how it said, like, people will be soulless and things like that nature. I don't know. What do you guys think? Did it have anything to do with anything? Mermaids and unicorns coming. Oh, I think so, Scott. Let me go back up to the chat. But anyway, yeah, if you look up, you'll be able to find some excerpts, and I could find it. Like I said, I wanted to put it up for you guys. It irritates me that I can't, but it's Blue Star Kachina, and it's just, I guess this has been, I don't know. Anyway, it's interesting how we'll see the signs, and then how when he's talking about how we will shift back in and out of the dream state, and strange animals, some from the past and some we have never seen. And we will at times walk between worlds. I mean, that's kind of what it feels like we're doing. This is, okay, it's, if you just look up online, the story of the Blue Kachina, and let me see if I can maybe find it from this. The Wolf Lodge website. Let me see, this one might even have more. Oh, he's got Santa Claus on the front. That's idiotic, though. But anyway, it's just the Hopi prophecy, basically. It comes from a book, Last Cry, Native American Prophecies and Tales of the End Times. So, I don't know. I think it's relevant a little bit because it just talks about strange animals, how we're going to walk between worlds. People will, appear soulless. It's just, it was very interesting because I'd never really read it before. Yeah. My chat box is going lower, which is good, but now I got to scroll down. Okay, let's see here. Blue Star, I'll put it in Blue Star Kachina. I'm sure there's lots of places that have it. I don't know why I couldn't get to the one that I was reading from. Okay. And then I had a plan, but I woke up too late to do what you guys suggested and put like the well, I guess I could do it from my description, the scrolling times of the ME24 as well. Hi, DJ. Okay, oh, this is much better. This is a bigger computer, so I can read that. Is it biblical at all? Korrie says. I'm not sure if it's biblical, but I kind of think of it is in a way, because I think when they're talking about the purifier will come, I think it's talking about, in my opinion, the Messiah or Jesus. Claire says she's a mermaid. Let's see. Let's see. I'm going back up through the chat. Yeah, I'll probably do a separate video on this, but it was just something that I wanted to talk about. Scott's going to look that up too. Yeah. You actually slept 4 hours last night, Jetrix? And you haven't slept in 6 weeks? You found it on Non-Human Entities channel? Well, that's what it's talking about. I mean, it's saying how, I mean, it's talking about people being soulless and all that. So, all right. So I am going to... Let's see. I'll put this on the screen at least. Part of the schedule. And I meant to do it like a lot bigger so that people could see it, because you guys had a really great suggestion yesterday just to have that up there. Scott doesn't know if he even slept. Now I slept. I've been sleeping nonstop, you guys, but I've been looking at so many things, like that Hopi prophecy, and let me see if I'm on. Okay. Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me? I don't see it going to... Hi, Jason Negard. Can you guys hear me? Okay, good. It looks like you can. The disco group, the Tramps, which it is now. I've never heard of either one. That must be a British thing. Yeah, it does mention twins. I think they're beings in the sky, though. I think they're the planets. And I was watching a lot of videos last night of these really great channels, and what they're saying, like these halos around the sun are and stuff, are lenses. And, you know, a lot of people think that there's a sun simulator up there. I don't know. What have you guys done any research on that? I'm starting to think that it is a sun simulator. How come it's not going up? Can you guys hear me? I don't understand why it's not screen sharing. Oh, I know why. Because I don't have this started. I'm such an idiot. Yeah, the twin flames. There's just lots of stuff. Okay, good. Yeah, I didn't, on the one computer, I didn't hit the live button, so it was just my icon instead of screen sharing. And I thought, well, how come it's not screen sharing? But all I had to do was hit the live. Yeah, the weird animal behavior. That's another thing that it was talking about too, how somewhere in there, I think I must have skipped over that part, but how the animals are going to start acting weird. So, and then some people also say that the animals will act weird before like a huge earthquake. So like this has happened before, I guess, where like tame animals will become a little bit more wild, and the wild animals will become tame. And there's like videos out there where there's like these turkeys and stuff like knocking on the door, you know. I mean, you can really go down some rabbit holes, you know. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, this one guy, you mean a physical twin that we were separated from? Yeah, could be, Evie. I'm not all sure. Yeah, I have a lot of twins in my family. My grandfather was a twin, and then I have twin aunts. I always thought maybe I'd have twins. That would have been great. But JW says he saw the simulator one day through the fog. I kind of tend to think, because I think that's possibly why it's a white sun now, you know? So, I don't know. Your pets acted like they'd been badly scolded a few hours before the mountain erupted. Oh, that's interesting, Jason. Now, Jason, where uh, do you live in Washington State, or where do you live? What did your counselor say, Patrick, about paradox and multi-interpretable perceptions? Hi, Master Richie. Hope you're feeling okay. Matt Rainier. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Where you were. Okay. 1980. Now, how would you feel, Jason, if all of a sudden they said it erupted in 82 or something like that? Let's see. Regarding the prophecy, what does that mean for us? Are we going to make it or perish? What's going on? Well, some people say, like, whether you call it the rapture or ascension or whatever, that, we're basically going to have a choice to leave, maybe, and then, or we can stay here, but we'll have a choice. I guess I don't know. That's what some people say. I mean, who knows? I mean, I come from when it comes down to it, I come from the Christian standpoint, so I'm not really sure, but I don't know why you'd want to stay in this evil place, really, but oh, I'm sorry, Patrick. We can talk about that later on Facebook if you want, because I know I got back with you, but I haven't really gotten back with you, but if you want to talk about that later, we can on Facebook Messenger or whatever. Oh, St. Helena. Yeah. I remember when that happened. Of course, I was 12. American Disco Group. Saturday Night Fever. Oh, I have no idea. I just know, like, the Bee Gees and stuff. Okay, Jason, you're going to do a series on the sun? Now, Jason, I did see your video the other day about how, like, some of the trees look taller and stuff. I think it's that there could be the lenses or whatever, that's what's showing, and that's why people are seeing, that slight arc in the sky. Because, like, I saw a video the other day too, where right where that below that arc, it like kind of bent light on a house that was there, which actually didn't bend the house, but it looked like it was. So, yeah, we're both 50. I think there's a lot of people our age, but I mean, there's a lot of young ones too. I guess for me, it's kind of neat to be living in these times because, being 50, it's not like I really had that many more years to go. I wonder how the younger ones feel about it, though. Let's see. What's bizarre to you, Jetrix? I'm sorry, I didn't catch what you were saying earlier. The prophecy. Oh, Oh, you're Jewish because when I was talking about the Messiah. Okay. Well, I mean, even the Jewish people, even if they don't believe in Jesus, they still believe a Messiah is coming, though, right? Patrick, I didn't mean to laugh. I'm a New Age Christian Buddhist realist. Yeah. Well, really, I mean, when it comes down to it, I'm Christian, but, I'm more open minded than like most fundamental Christians, I guess you would say. But there's also this one website, you guys, it's Jeff P. P is in pie. And and also WSO. Check out WSO too. But they go into, I guess, some people have, like, in New Zealand have spotted this red dragon thing, on camera. So that's interesting to look into that because Bible prophecy definitely speaks of that. Okay, Jason's saying, you spent about 1,000 hours and traveled 10,000 miles to get my info. Sun is yellow and warm in parts of the world. There's little air traffic. Let's see. It looks different because, and then you must have ran out of space. Okay, I keep going to there because did I lose you guys? Okay, nope, good. Let's see, the Bee Gees used that song in the film, but not the Tramps. This is new to me. Yeah, see, to me, it was always just the Bee Gees. Okay, so Jason, where there's little air traffic of changes to our atmosphere, not chemicals and such. Well, I'll be interested in seeing your video on that. But Jason, what did you conclude when it came to like the trees being different size and stuff? Okay, so DJ, are you saying that the Tramps sing the song now and the Bee Gees used to? Or are you saying the Tramps for you used to and now the Bee Gees do? Hi, Dominic. But yeah, if you guys want to fall down some rabbit holes, go down to WSO's channel. In fact, okay, the other thing is, I know what I wanted to show today too. But anyway, he talks about black holes and like crop circle symbols being like one of possibly transmutation, where transmutation is changing from one entity to another. Who are you asking? Claire, are you asking me or somebody else? Are you asking Dominic? Both of them used the song in the film? Okay. Oh, let's see. has to do with planes. That's why I was so adamant about meeting people about planes and the sun and the moon, the bubble drawing. It explains many, many things. Yeah, I saw the drawing, but I'm going to have to go over and like stop it and look at it a little more rather than just go through the video. All right, let me look up. But anyway, this crop circle right here, he's saying could be like a symbol of transmutation. Let me go to the definition of that. Because you know how our body's changing. Well, it's Gnostic, so I'm not sure, but let's see. Oh, this is really weird. Oh, I didn't want to go to YouTube. Okay, that's why. Let me go to Google first. Okay, I didn't. Oh, okay. You were talking about Dominic? I'm trying to think if Dominic's name was without the K, too. That's weird. There's so many names that have changed. I was asking people, a lot of people call me Raines. So I was wondering, like, if some people see it as rains on the plane instead of rain on the planes. Okay, so I don't know, where does this come from? Okay, transmutation, like there's the action of changing of the state of being changed into another form. So in physics, it would be the changing of one element into another by radioactive decay. Biological, the conversion or transformation of one species into another, or the supposed alchemical process of changing base metals into gold. Let's see. So, I mean, does that scare you guys that, like, body changes? It could be a chance of it being transmutation where we would be changed from one species into another. I don't know. Oh, you think he never had the C in it? No, I remember the C. I hope you're joking, JW. Rains in the desert? Are you joking? Okay, like there's a dimensional transmutation where a physical mechanism in particle physics that transforms a pure number into a parameter with a dimension, or transmutation of species, alteration of one species into another. Very weird. And you know how, like in the past, people were always talking about transmutation. Okay, good. Now, one of the reasons I kind of picked Rain on the Plains, other than it rhymed and stuff, and I do live on the plains, but it's like it doesn't really rain here all that much. So it's kind of like a rare event. So I don't know. If I move from here, I might have to. I'll keep Rain, but I'll have to change it to something else. Like, hi Andrew. I have to change it to like Rainstorm or Rain, and then just put it like a Y for the second name, so it's like Rain E. I don't know. Yeah, I'll keep it Rain, but if I move from the plains, I'll have to I'll have to get you guys' opinion on some other stuff. Let me see if I can bring up some of the Hopi prophecy stuff here too. I guess I don't have to go exactly to that website that I was on. I don't know. This site is not specifically about the... All right, that's not the one I wanted, so maybe I'll just go back. Darn it, I wish I could find that one site that I was on. Well, there's lots of stuff that you can look up, though. Let's just see what Wikipedia says. I kind of hate going to Wikipedia. I don't know. I can't find the site that I... Hi, Patrick. Okay, on Chick's live stream, we talked about the mutations in animals, and therefore humans being taught its million-year evolution in 100 years. Well, that's interesting, Jason. Yeah, because the animals are changing into different species as well, so... What, Evie? It really hasn't changed to planes in My Fair Lady, has it? Hi, Aqsa. It has changed. The rain on the plains now. Are you serious? I've got to look that up. My Fair Lady song Raine. It's coming up, Rain in Spain. It says Rain in Spain. Well, it says falls mainly on the plain. Oh, are you saying falls mainly on the plains instead of plain? Okay, I get it now. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, we may be back on Sagittarius. Nothing would surprise me. I don't even think if we go, back and forth sometimes, who knows? Well, and one of these things too that these channels that I was looking at last night were talking about was black holes, and I guess CERN has admitted on their website that they've caused many black holes. Let me try to find that, because that's another thing I want to talk about. Wish I would have had all this stuff ready. I woke up too late. And tiny black holes. Okay, so I'm going to go down to where it talks about black holes, because they admit it. And they talk about extra dimensions as well. Okay, microscopic black holes. This is them. That's their own website admitting this. Okay, did I stop screen sharing? Okay, screen share again. Okay, another way of revealing extra dimensions would be through the production of many microscopic black holes. So they want to create many black holes, it sounds like to me, if they haven't already. It says if micro black holes do appear in the collisions created by the LHC, they would disintegrate rapidly, though, but they would be opening up other dimensions. So, I mean, they're basically admitting they're wanting to find it. Anyway, this is, you guys can look this up yourself, but extra dimensions, gravitons, and tiny black holes. Yeah, Master Richie, we can just go to, maybe even just go to Wikipedia, because here, I'll say, where are we in the universe, and it'll come up. Where are we in the universe? Earth. Yeah. Earth's location in the universe, it says we're on the Orion arm. That's from Wikipedia. So, I mean, if they can be believed, that is. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think we're back on Sagittarius. Everything's still weird to me. Although people still alternate back and forth to me. I thought it was stays mainly on the plane. The Raine in Spain stays mainly on the plane. I think there's some kind of weird thing that went on. I got an error from Google Hangouts, but they don't let me go back. Sorry about that. Yeah, Aqsa, that's what I remember. Mainly on the plane. That's what I thought it was. Hi, Korrie. No problem. I've been having problems here too. I'm trying to get caught up in the chat, you guys. You really miss your old world, DJ? Some people say they would go back, and other people say they wouldn't. Oh, I don't know. Would it be nice to have, like, just time and linear stuff again and not see all these changes? I mean, it's kind of neat in a way, but in other times I want to go back too. I can't really decide. I think more people are excited about all this than I am in general. Yeah, Korrie says every time I'm super interested in something, the video will buffer. And my computer has been doing that seriously for a long time. Like somebody will be talking about just right exactly what you said, something that I'm really wanting to hear, and all of a sudden, oop, and it goes out, or oop, they're buffering, or oops, whatever. It happens a lot. Like I would say, up to 10 times a day at least. Hi, Patrick. I think I said hi to you. So Korrie says you miss it, but you wouldn't go back. But if you could visit, that would be neat. Yeah. You really just have to go with it. You keep a positive attitude. That's what I've been doing in the beginning, and I'm much better. Yeah, I know that's the right thing, to keep a positive attitude, because before, when it first started, I was so scared and everything, and I felt so much better when I just tried to, keep a positive attitude. And if there are these beings here that like suck our bad energy or our fears or our anxieties or something like that, you don't want to give them any more food, you do want to, and plus it never hurts to have a positive attitude, obviously. And it doesn't take rocket science to figure that out, I mean, not that you can't be a realist too, but oh, Jetrix, that's interesting. You had an operation on your back and leg from your sciatic nerve. You could barely walk, and now it's 100% better. That's interesting. Aqsa says she'd go back as long as she could still remember all this. Yeah, well, I wouldn't want to give up, the people, in the ME community for sure, because, we are family. We are, friends, even though, it's hard to say that about online relationships, but, I would trust a lot of you guys more than some people. So let's see. Yeah, Patch Preliminal says he was sick in the hospital and still wondered if I died. Well, I've talked about this before. Oh, and then, somebody asked me, who was it? I think it was a gamer. Like, I don't know if you guys saw that video where I kept seeing the 11 ups and the 1 downs. And, they asked me, well, how could you see that? And then when Joner, he replied to me, and then I went back to read his reply, and it was like 11 minutes ago that he had replied. And he said, how can that happen? And I said, well, there's really only 2 ways, in my opinion, that I could be seeing all these numbers all the time, at that specific time. And that would be either 1, we're in a computer simulation, or 2, it's a supernatural thing where they're just kind of whispering in my ear or my subconscious to look at it at that specific time. Okay, Dominic says he wouldn't go back unless you're given control of shifting. You think we're all explorers now anyway? Yeah, I would agree with that. Aqsa all of a sudden became a good hairdresser for her kids. That's funny. Well, that's good. It's better than being the opposite, right? Did anybody see the whole series Here and Now about the 11/11? I mean, the whole thing. I think it was just 1 season and then it ended. But I was just wondering if anybody saw the whole series, because I saw the first 2 episodes, which were pretty interesting, but I didn't see the whole series. Let's see. DJ says, in this world, just turn. It's only about scaring. Huh. Preliminal says I'd go back as long as if the conditions were not worse there. Yeah, I'm wondering if it wasn't destroyed. See, I could have died in 81. I could have died in, there's many times I could have died. How would you have died in 2002, Master Richie? So it's more boring here for you, Evie? You said many dramatic things happened to you on Sagittarius. You'd say it's more boring here? That's a switch. Oh my gosh, you were shot 7 times? How did that happen? Wow. Ooh, I forgot my iced coffee was here. And in 2001, your friend was shot next to you? Yeah, I like less drama. Let me see if I missed anybody. I don't think so. Okay, good. At least the non-lurkers, which lurking is fine. Now I can't get back to the chat. Darn it. What did I do that for? I'll just refresh it. So anyway, I was thinking in addition to finishing the Enoch book that I would go ahead and read part of the Hopi prophecy, and then if you guys can think of other things that that might be you might be interested in reading or listening to an audio on, go ahead and put that in the comments, in the chat or in the comments after this video, if you can think of it. The guy that shot you asked you where you were from. Now, do you mean then or now? Like in this on Orion? JW lurks while he works. There's got to be a song about that. Oh, it was in Los Angeles and it was gang related. Let's see. Jetrix says, the more I think about it, I believe I've been shifting since you were 7. A lot of back things in my history that I can't explain. Well, yes, because see, I think I've been shifting since I was 13. So, well, I mean, that's when I first started seeing the changes. Yeah, Evie, I don't know if you've explained any of your NDEs. Patrick or Parliamental was asking about, was it out of body? Now, I know someone who, Aqsa says you've had a lot of NDEs? Yeah. How's the painting of the Last Supper? We could bring that up. Okay, let me see. I'm going to stop the screen share while I look it up, though. And then I'll put it back on. Oops, darn it. Yeah, I've been meaning to look at that as well. Now, I do know someone that went out of their body, but oh, I had something I wanted to show you guys, but I guess I'm going to put it in a video, though. No, that's not the one I wanted. This one? Yeah. Okay, well, the table legs are still there on the Last Supper painting. And I'll bring it up here in just a second. Okay, it should be coming up, maybe. Where is it? Okay, so yeah, the table legs are still there. It still looks the same to me. It should be getting bigger for you guys here in a second. Try to go just a little bit bigger. Yeah, it still looks the same so far. You can still see their feet under the table and everything. And, you know, that's still, these two still look like women and all that. So that still looks the same. Let's see. Preliminal. So, but how would you know it was, how would you know that you left Sagittarius, even if you think you've been shifting? I don't know for sure that I would have left Sagittarius, because mine would have been 81. See, Aqsa says her first was a car crash. Oh my gosh. Everyone died except for you. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You were thrown from the window. Others would be suicide. Yeah. Well, see, that's the one that would have been for me, and 81 would have been suicide. Master Richie, you remember the killer's eyes? He's behind bars, and so is the one that tried to kill me. That's good. Okay, so but DJ, when you say you left Sagittarius, though, because see, I'm still not sure if I mean, I know I've been shifting since 81, but I don't know that I've left Sagittarius. But how would you know if you've left Sagittarius unless, like, you saw like a space program where it said you were on the Orion spur or arm? Wasn't it flat the other day, Aqsa? What do you mean by flat? Do you mean like it was like scalloped on the end? More draped? There do seem to be a little bit of ripples at the bottom of that, but gosh, I thought it looked like that, but maybe I'm wrong. It bothers me that it seems like you should be able to see the image, Korrie. You think the cloth has changed too, Evie? See, this bothers me when I can't remember like my own picture that I put up. Like I guess I was focused on, I knew the table legs. I knew we could see their legs under the table. But I think it's weird how you can see this window here, like through the tablecloth, almost like, you know, I don't know. It is a freaky painting. I do love it though. Might have to buy this in the auction if I can get the money to do it. Oh, I still need to take a more head-on picture of it too. Okay. Master Richie says, honestly, I think it was because you were teaching the word from the Bible to children. Well, yeah. It was more intricate. Are you sure you guys are thinking of, well, maybe. Well, I'll definitely remember the tablecloth now. And I remember this jug, of course, and this cloak. I know we talked about that last time. I don't remember that we talked about the tablecloth. I'll have to go back to that video and see if we talked about the tablecloth. I do remember saying that these two kind of look like Jesus and that these two looked a lot alike. Let's see. This one and that one. Actually, these two look a lot alike too. This one and that one. I sure don't remember that about the tablecloth. I do remember we talked about that guy's thumb. too, kind of sticking out like it does now. Although some people think our thumbs have changed again, so I don't know. Let's see, Patrick is saying the background looks different. Man. Let's zoom in on the background a little more. No, I know it had these glass thingies because I said that was stupid. Oh, there's an opening here. Yeah, that's so weird how there's like this square thing here. And then also, I don't know. It is a really different painting of the Last Supper though, isn't it? And it's weird how you can see, like, see how this goes all the way down and you can see it in the tablecloth. Their feet are still under there. Okay. Is somebody else going on, you guys? Let's see. Oh, you're going to go on in an hour? Okay, good. Master Richie says he was close to God, but no more church. It's corrupt with evil. Well, I definitely think the church has, some problems for sure. And I think there are some churches that have good intentions still yet, very few, but it was ruffled and more fluid. Gosh, I don't even remember that. Huh. Well, no, I remember we talked about the glasses. That's how it looked for me. I remember that. I remember looking at that. I mean, on the original, it wasn't like that, of course. You know, I mean, there were cups, but I do remember we talked about how there were glass glasses on the table. Should count the number of pieces of bread too, but I don't know. Some of them can't really tell. Hi, Penny. Yeah, probably gonna go a little bit soon. Let's see. You're a psychic, Evie? Yeah. Perla Minimal says, I pray that God would help me see what is true and what is not true. Yeah. Because it was weird, because like even in things that we see that, just appear, like, Lone Eagle had talked about like a long time ago about this neighborhood that just popped up in his area. And then not in yesterday's live stream, but in the one before, I said, well, have you because he says he makes deliveries in that area, but he'd never been sent to that neighborhood. And I said, well, have you physically touched a building in that neighborhood? And then he said, oh, I'm going to have to do that now. So what if it's just a projection and not even there? Like something shows up, but it's not even there. I don't know. Okay, yeah, nobody's going on this morning except for Korrie, like in an hour, right? Okay. Well, a little bit less than an hour now. Hi, Brandon. How are you doing? Brandon, are you going to be interviewing anybody coming up? Let's see, DJ says, that's why we are here too. The connection that we have. Our subconscious is connected. You know how, I know there's one time in college where my mom knew something was wrong with me, and she just bolted up right out of bed and she knew something was wrong. But it looks like QP's going to come on in about 50 minutes. Korrie is QP. I don't know if I said that backwards. But, and then also with somebody in my life, a really, really good friend, I'll be thinking of him and then he'll call, or vice versa, or we'll be thinking the exact same things, and it's weird. So I think there is something to that our subconsciousness is, and how would that be, Entanglement, maybe? I don't know. Our consciousness is floating around in the air. I said that backwards, huh, JW? You thought QP was going on? She needs to. You need to have it, even if it's once a week, QP. That would be good. Yeah, Evie says we're all energy. Well, yeah, there's something to that. I mean, I think we have what appears to be physical bodies, but with all this stuff changing, I don't know. Like, I guess everything vibrates, even solid objects. So, subconscious is somehow directly related to the spirit mind, which is the true mind of a person, and the conscious mind is the human level. Yeah, I would agree with that. Well, the conscious mind, I would think would be like, well, your brain is different than your consciousness, is what I'm trying to say. Penny Drop says you kind of like unified consciousness theory, and we're one consciousness having a subjective experience of itself. Yeah, DJ, I have kids too. Sometimes I really feel strongly that there's something going on with them as well. Well, everybody lurking, have a good look at this picture of this painting, because it is a lot different than other Last Supper paintings. Let's just go over it again real quick. These two are women for sure. That's a woman. These two look really similar to Jesus. That one's pointing up. 2 fingers there. Oops. You can see the table legs. You can see their feet underneath the table. There's this jug in front and this cloak. You can kind of see through, which is so strange, almost like it's transparent. See this square thing here. And then you can see it like in the tablecloth. It's very strange. These 2 guys look alike. Those 2 guys look alike. That right hand of Jesus, I wish I could zoom in on that a little bit more, but I can't. Maybe I'll try to do that in a different program. There's these 3 windows here, whatever this square object is, and this. Now, I thought it was fascinating too how Eva was doing the CERN statue, because I've got a picture of that on my computer too, and one that I did in the video that, I'm trying to keep my eye on, but sometimes it's hard to remember the real subtle changes. Okay, preliminary. Many who have near-death experiences report that everything is familiar and more real in the spirit dimension. And this life seems like a strange dream from the other side. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I'm drinking iced coffee. So I don't know if Jason's still in, but check out his videos. They're interesting about how the trees are perceived differently from different areas. It's very strange. Patrick, do you have any art that you want me to share? I could put your art on. Or Dominic. If Dominic is still here, I can put some of his art on, or QP. That would be really cool. Now, you guys who draw or paint, like Dominic and Patrick and QP, I don't know if anybody else does. Like, that would be neat, like to put up a picture and have everybody look at it and just kind of try to remember to see if it changes. But I was wondering if you've noticed that if any of your paintings have changed. If you guys have stuff you want me to share, just like I can either go to your Facebook page or you can send it to me in an email, raineontheplains@gmail.com. Very cool, Patrick. I don't know if I can get this any bigger. Darn it. But we can try to remember this piece, you guys. Now, what was this done with, Patrick? What medium? I can't really... Is it a painting or is it a drawing or charcoal or... Penny says she does a lot of art and poetry, and I've noticed a few changes, but not as many as I thought I would. Looking to doing some random art experiments. Cool. You'll have to share that with us. Dominic says those latest ones are abstract and really hard to remember specific details about. Penny says the thumbs up. Yes, please. Yeah, I really like this. Ink and a China marker. I've never heard of a China marker. Huh. Okay, well, I'm going to try to remember the shape of the guitar. And then, does he have an extra hand? Oh, okay. I get you, DJ. You were talking about the Last Supper painting. Let's see. Aqsa says, your dollhouse that you've been making has changed. The flower colors were purple. Now they're pink. That's interesting. Hi, Awakened Saint. Oh, China marker is like a black pastel. I need to experiment with stuff. Okay, so yes, he does have the hand is in motion. Yeah. Okay. That's kind of cool. I'm going to remember this. I'm going to try to remember these wavy lines here. Is one eye closed and one open? I can't zoom in to check. Or are they both closed, Patrick? Hi, Thomas Larson. Oh, great, QP. I'll go to yours in just a second. Yeah, but I would love to showcase your guys' art in my streams. Okay, the guitarist, both eyes are closed. Okay. Yeah, I can open mic poet session. Oh, that's neat. Okay, so I have to. Okay, so now I'm going to go to QPs if I can. Oh, I gotta do something. Let's see here. Man, I'm all confused. When I screen share, I get all discombobulated. I wish I could do this on OBS. I can't for various reasons, but I do my videos on UPS. Okay, yeah, I sure will, Awaken Saint. I'll message you. Okay, so let's go to QPs now. If I can go back up in the chat. Darn it. Darn it. Trying to get to it, QP. Oh, I love it. Oh, wow. That's awesome. That's really cool, QP. Yeah, I mean, anybody that comes into my chat that wants me to put up their art, I'll definitely do it. I love doing that, you guys. I love showcasing your work. Oh, is Michelle Matthews on right now? Or just on her videos? Andrew, is Michelle Matthews live right now? Or is it just on her? Yeah, the trolls have been bad. That's why I don't mind having a lot of moderators. I mean, not that, you know. Can anybody tell me if Michelle is live or not? I don't think so, looking on mine. Okay. Let's go to one of Patrick's. Oh, this one looks cool too. Oh, wow. I like that one too, Patrick. Dominic, you say you saw some graffiti that reminded you of QP? Claire, yeah, the trolls have been really bad. And then there's some people who just keep adding, you know, different accounts if they get kicked out and things like that. But I don't want to talk about that much. Yeah, I really like that preliminal. But Oxa, is she live right now though, or are they just putting comments on her posts, on her videos? So Oxa, it's Friday. Are you going on today? I always enjoy your streams. She isn't live. Okay. So I was going to say, I don't mind if we close this out and you guys can go over there. But, oh, loads of thumbs down. Oh, that stinks. Well, yeah, I'll definitely go to her channel and thumb up everything. Yay, X, I'll be on later. Okay, so you come on right before Scott, so that would be 3 o'clock Eastern for those of us in the States. Oh, I didn't. Is she deaf? She's Welsh. I was going to say, I've never heard that she was deaf before. Okay, guys, I'll be right back, okay? Okay, guys, I'm back. Let's see what the old Shuman is doing. Okay, yeah, you guys, Aqsa posted her channel. Sorry for the dead air, you guys. Preliminal says he would do someone's portrait, possibly. That's awesome. You're too pure right now. What's that? I think it's neat we have so many artists in the group. Like if somebody's in the Facebook group and they do art, they should post it for sure. I think it would be neat if QP would do cartoon figures of MA and Scott. Yeah, Brendan, how's your mom doing? I hope she's not mad at me that day for when she got axed. I didn't even see that in the chat until later. Wow, Patrick, you're going to do these for free? He might get more things than you can do. That's really cool, though. That's awesome. If I looked better right now, I'd love one, but... Oh, that's an interesting idea, penny drops. And, you could make all the ME24's new profile pics and we could watch to see if they change. Interesting. Well, I don't know if there's any help in me, Patrick. Oh, I'm not really. I mean, I just, you know, nobody likes to age or, you know, put on a few pounds or anything like that. Oh, she's been ill? Yeah, I'll definitely pray for her, Brandon. But I'm pretty sure that, oh, that's the, yeah, that's the Schumann resonance. I just put it up to see what it was doing. Okay, so just to pick up a different topic of conversation, you guys, what do you think about cloning? Because I have my own thoughts, but do you think there's cloning, right? Do you think there are clones? Do you think that movie stars are clones? Do you think we're perhaps clones? Do you have any idea about that? Any ideas? Because one of the reasons I ask is that, you know, these, I can't remember let's see, I'll have to look at the name to be able to pronounce it. Okay, these hendecagrams, which are 11 pointed stars, like or a star for like, for instance, the Statue of Liberty sits on a hendecagram, which is 11 pointed star. But anyway, I was reading about this, and I'm trying to find the scholarly article on it because I wanted to do a video on it. But it says that applications for it, prisms over hendecagrams or the 11.3, 11.4 type, may be used to approximate the shape of DNA molecules. And so, like, some of these, well, this, I guess, wouldn't really necessarily apply to clones, but it would apply to, like, if there is such a thing as reptilians or something like that, and they're trying to shapeshift. You know, if this is true, and these prisms over hendecagrams can approximate the shape of DNA, you know, maybe that's what they're using to shapeshift or whatever. But I was trying to find the scholarly article, but I think I have to pay money, and I just don't have it right now. Brandon says they are definitely clones. Patrick says cloning seems far ahead, but it could be wrong. Maybe happening now. I kind of think it is happening, and I think it's been happening. Yeah, Aqsa says it's been happening for years. We just never been told about it. Well, you know, you always see like movie stars and stuff, and all of a sudden they've changed. You know, like totally changed. It's just not the same person. Yeah, openly doing pet cloning now. I mean, Barbara Streisand had her dogs cloned. Evie says cloning has been happening longer than we know. It would feel strange to have several versions of you. Sometimes I think perhaps we're like a clone of the original as well. Evie says there's a room in another town I used to live in, and there's cloning there. Ugh, I don't know. See, I had a weird dream when one of my sons was little that, like, he was in my dream, my son was, but I could tell it wasn't him, like it was a clone, and it's really scared me, and then I woke up. Ooh, it was gross. It was a gross dream. And you kind of have to wonder if that what goes back to the Hopi prophecy, you know, about the soulless individuals. I mean, does a clone have a soul? I don't know. I mean, if we're clones of our original selves, I would have to say yes, because I believe I have a soul, but preliminal, the clone versions of us are back on Sagittarius. The clone versions or the originals? I don't know. Blade Runner. Yeah, I need to watch the new one. I haven't watched the new one yet. Interesting philosophical questions. Yes, definitely. Thomas says twins are very different people. Yeah, I have twins in my family. My grandpa and his twin were very, very, very different from each other. I mean, they looked alike, but they were very different in their personalities. You guess clones will have different personalities too. You know, because sometimes like these movie stars or these celebrities, yeah, Aqsa, I don't even know if that was a clone of Stephen Hawking. No, I think it was just like somebody that they grabbed that halfway look like him and didn't even really look like it. Because he used to say he had ground down bottom teeth, and the last version had long protruding bottom teeth, yeah. BJ's back. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, but anyway, so, I'm not saying they're putting prisms over these 11-pointed star forts, but just if you have well, let me just go to what these look like. Endogrammic prisms. But I guess there's something called Z DNA and A and B DNA and different types of DNA, and I looked into that yesterday, but I couldn't make head or tails out of it. But if they're using something like this kind of a device with a prism or some kind of crystal on top of it or something like that to approximate DNA molecules now this would be not for cloning, but for the shapeshifters or whatever. Yeah, clones would be different. But you do think that they would have a soul, though, for liminal? I'm not sure. Okay, Aqsa says, you do think he was a clone? Too many similarities. They wanted his mind and his theories. That could be. Well, he definitely wasn't supposed to live that long. So maybe as soon as he's, maybe they had the clones ready, and then when the one version died, they just kept out bringing different versions of him. If they're sentient, then I would think it would be a soul. Yeah, well, that goes kind of back to the Hopi prophecy I was talking about in the beginning, how it says that there will be soulless beings, though. Aqsa, you were accused of being reptilian. That's stupid. I can't believe anybody would accuse you. Oh, yeah, Dave Chappelle. I didn't see that earlier, Brandon. But yeah, he doesn't look anything at all like what he used to. Hi, the Cart. How are you doing this morning? So, they've got to have some, in regards to if there are reptilian shapeshifters, they've got to be using some type of a device like this, though. Yeah, there's lots of videos about the Hopi prophecy, but I just wanted to bring it up because I didn't think very many people were talking about it in the ME community, and I think it pertains a lot to we're experiencing. Well, guys, I'm gonna turn off the audio, but I'll leave the chat open. So everybody have a great day. Korrie goes on in about 20 minutes. So I'm going to turn the audio off. Have a great day. I'll leave the chat open. Bye-bye.